Hello, and welcome back to the Coasters with Mwah channel. But it's now October, so you know what that means. It's time for Coasters with Mwah. This year, I braved Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood 2025 to brave their brand new lineup. No Simona this time, but I was determined to survive a peak weekend down at Halloween Horror Nights, test every maze, and share my tips, tricks, and POV chills with you. So like, comment, and subscribe before the monsters catch you. Ooh. All out, Five Nights at Freddy's and the Terrifier. It's time for Halloween Horror Nights, Hollywood.
Coasters with Mwah.
So my first tip is to grab yourself one of these. It's a 2 p.m. park day/night early access ticket. So you get to go into the park at 2 p.m, enjoy some fun rides. Whilst you're at it, I managed to get on The Secret Life of Pets, Jurassic World, and something else, I can't remember. Oh, the Super Mario Bowser's Challenge. And then at 5 p.m, you can slip into some early access mazes such as Five Nights at Freddy's in the lower lot, as well as Jason Universe, and in the upper lot, Poltergeist and the Terrifier. My second tip of the night is, if you have got one of these, get yourself into the Five Nights at Freddy's pre-queue. They open it at about 4/4:30, depending on like how busy the park is, etc. I got in at 4:30. And once the maze officially opened at 5, I queued about half an hour for it. First maze of the night is Five Nights at Freddy's. Made it into the facade for Five Nights at Freddy's. So excited. This is where the weekend house was last year.
Let's introduce you to the stars of the show.
Glad I did that when I did, because the queue is literally coming out of the main entrance. It's posted about 2 hours now. So first house of the night done with Five Nights at Freddy's. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be as scary as it was. Like, there was a few moments that really got me, and I was literally shrieking. I think it was especially the children that kept jumping out. The animatronics in there were just brilliant. Timings were on point. Really enjoyed that maze. I watched it a couple weeks ago in preparation for this event. I've never played the game. It's got such a massive fan base, and it's nice to see everyone dressed up, everyone going all out for the maze. It's so cool. But I'm glad I did get the early access wristband. The queue was practically over 2 hours the whole night, even within early access. So I definitely recommend getting on that as soon as you can. Then I hit up Jason Universe, and then I sprinted up to the upper lot. Well, I say sprint, got the escalators up. For Terrifier and Poltergeist before the crowd swarmed in at 7 p.m. Jason Universe is posted on 20 minutes. So I might actually go on that now. So Jason Universe is in the same area that the Death Valley was last year. I'm really excited to see what they've done with, like, because I know the spaces from last year, and it's cool to see how they've differentiated between the years. I do love this park though, because obviously you are in a theme park with rides, attractions. Obviously tonight you got the haunted houses, but you are also in a working film studio, which is just so beautiful, so unique. You know, you're in the heart of Hollywood. Unfortunately, I was here for some star auditions, you know, starring role in some films and TV shows and stuff. Did not get any, so I've come here tonight to try and make it in the movies, and so far it's going well. Going into Crystal Lake. Oh, I didn't like that. My God. Another incredibly strong house. Wow, that was brilliant. I was listening to a podcast about the creators of this event, and they were saying that it was kind of going to be based on dark tourism and people who are going to visit in 2025 for the purpose of, like, you know, dark tourism and live streaming and being an influencer in that kind of department. And it really did show. Like, you had the live streams going on and the Camp Crystal Lake 2025 group trip t-shirts and stuff. I feel like this year already, after just doing 2 mazes, the event is so much better than last year, even though it was incredible last year. Yeah, like the scares are just more intense. They're happening more and more. Also dodged a bullet with Five Nights at Freddy's. It's currently at 3 hours, so I'm really glad that I did join when I did. I'm gonna head upstairs to the upper lot to get on the Terrifier before, what's the time now? Nearly 6. So I want to get up there before they let general public in. It's a great thing about this park is you got the lower lot and the upper lot, as it's a working film studio and it's connected by these massive escalators. Let's go. Hashtag convenience. I've also got one of these today. Coke Freestyle. $20 for the whole day, which is great because obviously I've got here at 2 p.m. With the 2 p.m. ticket, and then it's going to be a 2 a.m. finish, so I need to keep myself caffeinated and hydrated. Going into the Terrifier on Poltergeist via Hogwarts. I'm actually so glad that I got the early entry this year, because if you saw my vlog from last year, we missed out on Insidious because we were so exhausted just from being here so late. By getting here 2 hours early and smashing out some houses straight away, it's been incredible. Round into the back lot for the Terrifier and Poltergeist. Again, watched these 2 films recently in preparation for this event. The Terrifier, what an iconic film, and they're coming up with a 3rd one now. The 2nd one looks good, but I've not actually watched it yet. So yeah, Poltergeist as well I watched recently, which classic horror film set within a normal house. I'm gonna do the Terrifier house now. 20 minutes it's saying is the advertised wait time. I was gonna leave this till last, but because it's on such a low queue and I know that it's gonna be very popular this evening, might as well get it done now. I'm terrified though, I really am. After the last 2 houses, I'm really frightened. Yeah, look at this, and it's a Sunday as well. Here it is, the Terrifier, and there's the man himself on the cloud. Have fun, enjoy yourselves, and I hope y'all survive. Welcome to Terrifier. Please keep moving forward. Oh my Christ. That was absolutely brilliant. I'm gonna go around again because it's literally, as you can see here, it's like less than a 20-minute queue. He captured all of the scenes from the film. You do get wet, but not like dramatically. Okay, the wait time is so short that I'm going around for round 3. That house is insane. That run I just had through the second time round was absolutely brilliant. Yeah. There's water that comes with every effect of him cutting up people and stuff. I got every scare. One of the best scares I found actually was Art was pretending to be someone who was like waving people on, and then he like gets the disguise off in the end and then scares people. Yeah, round 3, as if there is literally no wait. Round 4. Incredible scenes right now. House number 4 of the night, Poltergeist with no wait. Poltergeist was brilliant. Again, the scares were just fantastic. There was this one bit where you're kind of in like the graveyard scene, and there's 2 people that jumped out at you, and it's that classic like who is real and who isn't. I liked how it relied on rooms being quite creepy, like beds moving and things happening within the room. I love this scene where the tree came through and the clown under the bed and stuff. Like, yeah, really, really good. Really, really strong maze. It is now 7 o'clock and I managed to get on the Terrifier 4 times before the general public were allowed in. And I'm really, really grateful for that because, yeah, I was able to experience it over and over again. And I have to say, it's probably one of the favourite haunted houses / scare mazes that I've ever done. It was pure brilliant. Like, every single scene didn't miss. The theming was fantastic. Like, there were so many like unique things to happen in that maze, especially with all of the water doubling in his blood and stuff. Yeah, fantastic. The sun is starting to set. Let's go and see what else we can do. I'm coming out of that area now. If you've been to Halloween Horror Nights, you'll know that it's a really long way away from the rest of the park. And now that I've got those 2 mazes done, I'm gonna head towards the main upper lot to, probably gonna head on Monstrous 3. I'm very anticipating this one because Monstrous 2 was my favourite house of the year last year. The sun is starting to set too. I always say, like, I've been to so many places in the world now. LA always has the best sunsets and the best sunrises. I don't know what it is. I think it's the dusty sky, the views over the hills, the flashing lights of the city. Beautiful. Dusky skies. By 7 PM, the crowds descended in with both the Terrifier and Five Nights at Freddy's. We're having a over 2-hour queue. House number 5 is Monstrous 3.
Tell me, do you believe in ghosts? Creen en fantasmas. In Mexico, they speak of La Llorona, the weeping woman. She drowned her children because of a man, then drowned herself in the same river. They say those who hear her cries are marked for death. Muerte.
Danger Zone. Noche des Muchas. Okay, Monstros 3 was fantastic. Such a massive improvement on last year. The tale of La Llorona, known by many, especially in like Mexican culture, brought to life. Wow, absolutely terrifying. There were some scenes in there where I was like, proper shocked. They were so well done. I like the bit where she's eating the child from the bed, and the bit where she's also eating the child from the ceiling. What a dark fairy tale. I can see why you'd wanna I can see why a lot of people are scarred by when you bring up the name La Llorona. Another tip, eat early and do your shows early, because that's when all of the crowds are going in to do the houses. So if you want to see any shows or eat anything, make sure to eat early, because the queues later on in the night for food were ridiculous. I stopped to get some food. I got a Beyond Meat taco platter with beans. Very excited. Time for a show now. The Purge Dangerous Waters.
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the initiation of the Purge. This annual event has been authorized by the U.S. government, and weapons of Class 4 and lower have been approved for use. All other weapons remain illegal during this 12-hour period. Beginning at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be permitted. Once the purge concludes at 7 a.m., emergency medical services will be deployed. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn.
Oh, I get tingles all over. It's like Christmas morning. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Time for the Terror Tram, the Blumhouse overlay of the studio tour. Did this last year, it was really good, and I've heard it's had a bit of a mega overlay, so excited.
This is a place I don't know. Nothing burns like the cold. Nothing burns like the cold. It's ice. Nothing burns like the flames. Look how much you made me do. Look what you made. You want to see a magic trick? Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. The chips. Look what you made me do. What you made me do. He's got your baby. He's got your baby. He's got your baby. He's got your baby. He's got your baby.
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours.
You're a little late to the party, Cupcake. Alright, Meatlegs, let's get this party started.
Slay Diva.
You're late to the party, Cupcake. You're a little late to the party, Cupcake.
That was quite good. It was the same as last year, but you had a couple new things in there. Insidious was in there and The Exorcist was in there. Because it was so similar, I wish I kind of skipped it and prioritised the houses. I'm getting very tired, but I've only got 3 more houses to do, so I will do them. After that, I crept down to the lower lot for Wyatt 6 and Scarecrow. They were on about an hour each, and finally closed my night on Fallout. Unfortunately, I have no footage of this, but the story was brilliantly told and it was creepy as hell.
And do you think we are sick? Yes, I do. That's what will be.
Terrifying again from the horrors of Wyatt 6. WWE wrestlers turned into monsters. I don't know the lore, but I'm sure it's good. Lining up now for Scarecrow, music by Slash, which is my second to last maze, and then I'm probably going to dip because I'm very shattered. West Coast jet lag is killing me off. Ugh. Quite creepy, I'll be honest. the amount of scares from all angles. Scarecrow, Scarecrow, Scarecrow. Wow, brilliant stuff. Back up the escalator one last time for Fallout, the last maze of the night. Let's go. Final maze of the night, Fallout, we've made it. Woo! Following this plan, I conquered all 8 houses and the Terror Tram and a show. And even left an hour early too. I was #shattered from the West Coast jet lag. So with this plan, with this 2 PM early access ticket, I would recommend getting, it's your silver bullet to skipping all of the big crowds and to getting everything done, in my opinion. So there it is, Los Angeles, the city of 1,000 dreams or nightmares, delivered again. This year's event felt far more intense than last year. And no, I'm not talking about my driving on the 101. My favourite house, Terrifier, absolutely relentless. My least favourite, probably the Wyatt 6, just because personal preference, didn't really know what was going on. But I guess if you're a fan of that wrestling group or franchise, then you probably enjoy it for sure. I'd 100% recommend this event, and I'll definitely be coming back next year. Love Halloween Horror Nights, one of the best themed events you can go to in the world, basically. Thank you for joining me on this haunted journey with Coasters with Mwah. For more chills and thrills, make sure you like, comment and subscribe to join the Mwah revolution. Until next time, sleep